Straight from the Bulldog Studios at Bryant University, this is the Bryant News Broadcast. Featuring Todd Stewart, Sarah Larrabee, Nolan Thompson with the weather, Chad Sabo with sports, and Dana Arenik with the Bryant Update. This episode is brought to you by the Media Production Club.
Good evening and welcome to a new season of the Bryant News Broadcast. I'm Sarah Larrabee.
I'm Todd Stewart.
Well, Todd, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I know you have some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Mike Cronin, working hard in Montana.
Mike, thanks for letting me fill in your seat right here. It's an honor. It's an honor.
So we have lots of new faces, lots of new stories, and we're going to be even better than last year. So thanks for tuning in as always, and we're going to get right to the national news. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. These inspirational words were from a man whose entire life was dedicated to changing the world. More than just technological innovation, the Apple Company and all of its products have changed the way in which we communicate, learn, and live our lives on a daily basis. As we mourn the passing of Steve Jobs, we also celebrate his life of accomplishments. At only 56 years old, Jobs knew the value of human life and did not waste a minute of his. Our condolences are with his family now, and we hope that he may rest in peace.
Looking for a place to stay in New York City? Well, the search won't be hard anymore. 30 new New York City properties opened their doors last year, and in 2011, 18 new hotels have opened. That's 48 new hotels in the past 2 years. Chris Haywood of New York City & Company states that we were expected to reach 90,000 rooms by the end of the year. The Sanctuary Hotel is one of the new hotels which opened in June. It includes crystal chandeliers, leather headboards, and leather-printed wall tiles. Although this may sound expensive, many of the new hotels added are mid to lower tier, resulting in a lower price than the already $250 a night.
Well, Todd, let's go back to Steve Jobs. A terrible tragedy, a loss for the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
He was such a global leader and innovator. It's kind of a shock.
It is. I mean, and it's the crazy part is that he resigned in August,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately his disease just took over his life, and it resulted in this tragedy really fairly quickly from when he resigned.
Such a shame too. I mean, his ideas and just where he wanted to take this company for decades and decades. Just think about how we communicate with our friends, family. If he hadn't followed his dream.
Yeah, I mean, he revolutionized this world with technology, and technology what makes people happy.
Mm-hmm.
And he really had a big correlation with the happiness of this world, and made communication easier for people, made researching things, just everything in general easier for people, and it's really a shame.
Well, I don't think he'll ever be forgotten.
No.
No. Just one of those people that will always be in our minds.
Yeah.
We'll tell our grandkids about Steve Jobs
Did
and
this,
Apple,
did that.
and who knows what the technology will be like in
Yeah.
30 years from now, but his name will definitely be ingrained in history.
Definitely, yeah.
All right. Nolan, give us our first weather report of the year.
Thanks, Sarah. Well, taking a look at the radar right now, you can see it's clear, and it's going to stay like that for the rest of the week. Sunshine's expected all the way through Tuesday, and temperatures are expected to get near 80 over the weekend. Well, that's your weather this week. Now over to Chad with sports.
Thanks, Nolan. Football is finally back. It's been 4 weeks in, and we've already learned so much. I will start with the AFC. Despite the loss to the Bills, the Pats are still a legitimate team. They will be dangerous come playoff time. The Ravens have a strong defense, and they showed this to the Jets last week. Their rivalry, Pittsburgh, has a lot of work to do if they even want to make the playoffs. The loss of James Harrison will really hurt their defense. On to the NFC. The Packers look like they can repeat the way they've been playing. However, there are a lot of strong teams to watch out for, such as the Saints and the Lions. The Dream Team, or the Philadelphia Eagles, have a lot of work to do if they even want to make the playoffs as well. They have a big test this week against the Buffalo Bills, which is why this is the game to watch this Sunday. The Dream Team goes up against the most surprising team this year. Should be the fun one to watch. I'll keep it going with football. Bryant football this time. The Bryant University football team begins a 2-game homestand when it welcomes Stonehill College to Bulldog Stadium this Saturday. This matchup renews a series that began when the Bulldogs began their football program in 1999. In 9 all-time meetings, Bryant holds a commanding 8-1 lead, and they have won the last 7 matchups. Watch out for your stars Matt Tracy at tight end, Jordan Brown at running back, and sophomore defensive back Jeremy Woodson to break out. This matchup should be a fun one for the Bulldogs. Expect them to win big. Now over to Dana for the Bryant update.
Thanks, Chad. Bryant's been getting ready for the fall and winter seasons, and what a better way to start off the seasons than with a Fall Fest. Next Thursday, from 4 to 5:30 p.m., all students are invited to the basketball courts near the freshman halls for food, music, and entertainment. There will be pumpkin painting, games, and picture frames for everyone. If you didn't already, make sure you talk to your RA about signing up for food. Otherwise, just stop by for the fun. Back to you, Sarah and Todd.
Thanks, Dana. Revealers at Germany's Oktoberfest, the world's largest folk festival, consumed a record 7.5 million liters of beer during the 17-day party. The festival itself drew 7 million visitors from all around the world, including Munich, Italy, the United States, and Australia. This year was one of the most successful Oktoberfests to date. The organizers were pleased that there were only 58 brawls in which drinkers used their mask rug or heavy-liter beer mugs as a weapon. The cleanup of the festival is already underway, and the Lost and Found office is still sifting through its collection of curiosities. This year, they include an 8-centimeter-long live grasshopper, a Viking helmet, a walking frame, 2 crutches, and a set of dentures. These odd items are just a few of the 4,750 displaced items at the festival.
Some of us may have been surprised when Sarah Palin announced last week that she is not running for the 2012 presidential race. When Republican John McCain lost the 2008 election to current President Democrat Barack Obama, political experts were sure that Palin would run in the upcoming presidential campaign. However, claiming that she has listened to the best advice of her closest colleagues and advisors, Palin has decided to take a backseat to politics for 2012. She is still highly regarded as a powerful female politician, but the comics on Saturday Night Live still love to poke fun at her many intellectual propositions, and it'll be interesting to see where Palin ends up next.
So Sarah, I know obviously you're a Palin fanatic, should I say?
Only because I look like her and I can do her very well for Halloween.
So my question is, what do you think? How do you feel about this?
Well, I think she has a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean, her daughter Bristol and the whole teen motherhood abstinence campaign, she's had a lot to do, and that's very political, depending on where you stand. Mm-hmm. And then her new reality show and her book, and I think she's actually getting away from politics a little bit.
Moving more towards like media a little bit, sounds like.
Yeah, I think she's using her political background to maybe make a statement about reality TV and Alaska, and I can see Russia from her house, that kind of stuff. I don't know if being the president of a superpower like the United States
that would fit well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't see it fitting well either, and especially having the already reality television show and all the media, the publicity that comes along with her.
And we haven't had a female president yet. Mm-hmm. I think it will happen. Mm-hmm. I'm just not sure if Sarah Palin is the right woman to lead that transition.
Before we go, Sarah Palin for Halloween?
Well, I can't because she's not running anymore, and I was really disappointed. Very disappointed. I've got
Negate that costume right there.
I've got the red power suit, the bangs. Like I could do it.
It was all set. It
was set in stone until last Wednesday.
Sarah Palin.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in here on the Bryant News broadcast. Be sure to check back with us every week as we bring you more on the things that you want to know. Have a great night.